said on Instagram that I would put together a video on my knitter's journal, and some people asked for it, so I'll share a wee bit more about how I keep it, and hopefully it'll be of help to you. So this is a traveler's notebook system. It's from a company called Wanderings. I found them on Amazon. It's less expensive than some. It's of really good quality, nice soft leather, and it is works on the traveler's notebook bands that if I can open a page here, that allow you to add more than one notebook in, which is very good. At the moment I have 3 notebooks in this. I have my record of my projects in one. I have podcast information in the other, and my third one is where I'm keeping information together about my sock club yarn. Advents will be included in there, or some make-alongs if I take part in them, where I can sort of record more information about them. So it's the third book. There is another book I want to add, and I want it to be sort of more of a written journal, maybe about some of the projects. For example, if I knit when I'm on holidays, or I'm knitting when we're out and about, just that I can, you know, record some of the places we've been, and what I've been doing while I've been knitting, etc. More like a daily journal, but just covering my knitting as and when. So the way I keep the information is I find a printout on the computer. I can't remember where. I adapted it to an A5 size and then cut it in half, and it means I keep the exact same information for each project. It's written out for me, and I just have to add in then the basic information for each pattern. So it covers the project and who I want it for, the name of the pattern and the designer, the date I started and the date I finish, and then it covers the yarn details. I like to keep the name of the brand of the yarn. If it has a particular name, its colorway, and if it has a dye lot or a color code, the yardage that's in the skein or the ball, the fibers that it's made up of, and not when I'm knitting socks, but if I was knitting a garment, the row gauge that the yarn provides, plus the row and stitch gauge that the pattern requires, and then the needles that I need to use to obtain the correct gauge. And then at the bottom I have a place here for extra notes, should I make changes to the pattern, or maybe suggestions I found on Ravelry to make sure that I incorporate them in there. So each project is the same. I've numbered the pages, and I've added in a photograph. I have a HP, a little sprocket printer, and I love it for this. It allows you to put text in, so you can put the name of the socks and things in, or whatever you're knitting. Here I just added in the tags that were on the advents that I used for my Snuggle Down Cowl by So Sweet Violet, and I thought that was nice, and I think the photograph of it's in at the back. So I wanted it to be more of a casual sort of knitting journal than very, very rigid, but that's what I'm trying to accomplish. So I am. That's just was off one of my birthday cards. So the reason why I numbered the pages was because these are the socks that I'm knitting out of my sock club. I made a book to cover sock clubs and advents, and if I do make-alongs or sort of group knits or that type of thing, or something I knit along with a friend that we just do together, that sort of information, where I can record a wee bit more about the project and what we were doing or how it was when I was knitting it. So this is the January sock club of the life of birds, and the bird was called the field fair. So I copied the information just in here of what came along with the club, and there was a poem in with it, so I added it in there. So that's why I numbered it. So number 7, when I knit the project, I'll match up here. So this is where I'll go to see the photograph of the finished project. And then at the back, I'm just recording the group photograph that I'm taking of each club. I decided to take the same setup for each month, and I don't want to share February's because not everybody maybe has got it. So by the end of the year, hopefully I'll have 12 photographs, and I'll see what came in each project. I didn't do that last year, and I sort of forgot really what yarn was what, so I didn't want to do that. Didn't want to do that this year. So that's the second notebook. It maybe sounds elaborate to keep a notebook for it, but it'll maybe be used for something else. And then the third one at the moment is just my podcast book, where I record what I talk about in each episode and projects I can put in, you know, for future projects and things that I find in between recordings that I want to share with you. So I record it in there. Also, for example, if we're doing giveaways, etc., I can record who wins and dates and things that they're going to be announced. So actually watch my podcast at the weekend, because we're doing our very first make along, and I am collaborating with another a lovely lady, and she has a fantastic podcast, so I'm going to share about that at the weekend, so watch the space for that. At the back of this book, actually, I just have recorded what my purchases are going to be this year. I just want, for my own benefit, just to see how much I do spend on yarn or patterns or knitting accessories. I'm not on any budget, or I'm not restricted in any one way on what I want to buy. Andrew's very, 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 very lenient that way, and I'm very thankful that I can really buy what I want, should I wish to do so. Not that I do, but I'm not curtailed in any one way, but I just wanted to see how much at the end of a year I did spend. So that's being recorded in there. So that's how it is at the moment. I might even go as far as adding in my daily journal into here and keep everything together. I'm not quite sure. It's an A6 size. It is super handy. It'll fit into my shawl knitting bags, probably even my sock knitting bags. I haven't tried it because I haven't really been out anywhere knitting, but it's most certainly an easy size to take along with you, and it's easy to get refills, etc. for it. It's easy to get the accessories for it, and I thought it was pretty well priced, maybe in comparison to some traveller notebook systems. The leather's nice and soft. It does mark easy, but I quite like that. I like the way it's going to age. And yeah, that's it. So I will pop this up on YouTube. I might actually create a playlist just for little extra videos that I'll pop up now and again. And if I haven't already said, you can find the link for my YouTube channel is in the bio on my Instagram page, and that's an easy way to take you across to it to find it. So when you're there, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you hit the little bell, you'll get notified when something new comes up on my channel. And I would love you to pop along and enjoy my podcasts as we chat about all things knitting and occasionally all things farming. Thanks for watching.